you get money, well, how are you spending it? Is it your passion or is it about Benjamins? Is it about cash or the fact that you didn't quit? Talk to me, let's sip on some wine. Discussion about future, the past and the grind. What's an excuse when it's last on your mind? I love what you do, may I ask for your time? Talk to me.
Talk to me.
Welcome to the Talk to Me podcast. I'm your host, Don Worm, sitting here with my other co-hosts. We got AJ, Medi, and Mercina in the house, or Zoom, or whatever you want to call it. How y'all doing, man? Haven't told y'all look good in a while, so I might as well, give y'all flowers.
Wow. Thanks.
Second week in a row. Yo, this might be a fucking record. Second week in a row, out of 70 pods, all 4 members have showed up. That is never
crazy.
That's insane. That's insane.
Round of applause for us. Look at us.
Snaps.
And we made this happen.
Hey, and you know what it was? It was my LA trip getting postponed 1 week.
Oh, see, it'd be the little things.
So it'd be the little things, but we won't make it 3 weeks in a row. Unless it gets postponed again.
Nah, you gotta get that bread, man. You gotta get that.
Yeah, I gotta get that.
Yeah. So how you doing, Medi, man?
Hey man, I'm good. It was a eventful weekend, Honestly, me coming from Jordan, I did not expect to do as much things I've done. Seems like people are still hungry to do things. It never ends. You thought it would end at Halloween, but Halloween ended. The following weekend was even more busy.
These last 3 months is the sickest months because there's so much shit to do, bro.
Dude, never ending. I went to Echo Stage for the first time.
Yeah, I seen you dancing and shit.
Yeah, you was lit at that.
I need some work. And that was at the end of the night. So that's when you know it's bad. But no, it was a good time. I didn't even know the DJ. I went expecting, I didn't expect anything. I had no idea who was seeing, but it was a good time, Good people.
Would you go back? Or was it like a one-time experience thing?
No, I'll go back. It was a good time. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it depends who you go with because you can have fun anywhere. But Duke Dumont will be there in a couple of weeks, and I fuck with him. So
okay,
it's a good time.
That burned me off a topic just in my head. Medi, so we can all collaborate and do this. I just wanted to know the girl's perspective and a guy's perspective. All right, so what classifies a good time? Give me ramble off a few things at a club. Like what is like? You go out the next day, it's like, oh, they had this. Like, damn, that was a good time. Like, there's some things out there.
Oh man, that's a tough one. I just think the overall night
was
like
3?
Top 3. I would do the people you're with,
okay,
the music, and the crowd.
Okay.
No?
I was substitute
crowd / opposite sex. I feel it. That's like a PG way of saying
okay,
dudes and bad bitches. I'm rolling with that. That was quick and easy.
I mean, there's a difference between a good time and a successful night. I think that's what Dom is getting at. I feel like, when you spend the bread, you're not expecting something at the end, but like, that's what some people are pushing for.
It would be cool.
Hey man, I already got canceled last week. Might as well keep it going. And I'll probably get canceled later on when we talk about another topic.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like Marcina said, the people you go with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I don't know. I know what Don wants us to say, but
we can keep it at what she said and keep moving, man. We keep moving.
I mean, what is he trying to say?
For me, it's the crowd, it's the music.
I'm going with those 3, though. I'm going with those 3. All
right. My 3 win for everybody.
Yeah, that's a good 3. That's a good 3.
I'm trying to say something at the night. All right, anyways, how you doing, Marcina? Ladies first. My fault. I didn't even ask you how you was doing.
Good. I'm doing good. Got a little quick pump in.
Damn.
Getting the gains still. What's funny? I'm actually excited to come back home for the holidays because your girl has been eating chicken, salmon, rice, and veggies nonstop. Not that I can't cook. I actually don't like to cook. That's one thing. I don't like to cook. I feel like, not that it's a waste of time, but like, I'm lazy. I'm super lazy. So like, I've just been eating like the lean
Keep it simple.
quinoa with the rice and the salmon and the chicken, you know, all that good stuff. But I'm excited for some like fatty homemade food. Like actually.
What was you trying to imply that you've been eating chicken and salmon? What was you trying to imply?
That she
Nothing. That
said.
has been that it just
That she said.
That's what I thought you was trying to.
I've been trying to save bread. What? What was I implying? What?
That's
I'm just trying to say it's been very repetitive. It's been very boring.
mm.
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
Martina,
Like,
I know all about that because there was a time for a couple months I did that in Jordan, and I was like, "This ain't it."
wait, you
It
were
ain't
doing
it.
that in Jordan?
My mom's food.
I mean, I'm not gonna eat out every day. I was eating rice, chicken, vegetables, sometimes salmon, sometimes beef. But
Do we all like collectively as a little generation just be cooking the same thing? I feel
Yeah.
like.
For sure.
I mean, I be switching it up sometimes, but sometimes you get lazy.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I've been making chicken tacos at night for dinner for Monday through Thursday for about 4 years. Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say like a couple months, you know, like
It's
nah,
like Monday
40
through Thursday for 4 years.
not 2
Nah,
weeks.
you know what? That's
I
smart.
Monday through Thursday.
I
because
could do tacos every day.
I'll make all my rice
Yeah,
on
you
Sunday,
kind of mix up tacos.
chicken on Sunday, and then everything else just pull out the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
It's the chicken and broccoli for me. The chicken and broccoli, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Mm. But you know what's been getting to me? This daylight savings time.
That
It's
just hit
like
yesterday. I ain't gonna lie, I was knocked out, and it was probably
the
like
the first day, I think it was like Monday, was actually like the first day. I finished work and I looked outside and it was like almost dark, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go to bed. So I
Right.
laid in bed and I was like, let me get up, and actually like there's still like a few more hours to the day, you know. So it sucks because and I feel like your energy is low too. Like my energy has been so low. I've been like really unmotivated. I haven't been having good gym sessions the past like 3 days, even though I go, but you know, they're not like, because like you go in when the sun is setting, you come out, it's like dark. So
yeah. They said they put melatonin in the daylight savings this time. So
Right.
everybody
They
knocked
did,
out.
man.
you know what's crazy though? How it's 1 hour back, but it feels like it's 3 to 4 hours back because the sun sets from like 7, 8 p.m. to like 4,
Yeah,
5.
don't make no sense. It's like we in a whole nother dimension.
Exactly.
Dark as shit now.
Do you know why they started that? What was the reason they started that? Anybody know? Money?
That's why they do anything.
Explain.
Especially in America.
Explain.
And I think maybe like the main idea behind it, I think it's for farmers. Because of the I guess the timing of the sun and something like that. I mean, I'll get, instead of me guessing, let me get the real reason.
I looked it up actually, and it started back in during like World War I times, and it's just to conserve energy. But it's like
Yeah, what energy am I concerned
for the coal back in the day. But I don't know why it's still needed now. You know, if they needed that back during World War I, why do we still need it today?
Still wars going on. Stuff we just don't know.
I wish I know there's some states petitioning to like cancel daylight savings time, like Florida, which I would love.
Yeah, talk
would
about
love that.
That would be
You
wild. Like
about to
everybody on the
get
East
into
Coast.
Florida. Oh, it's an hour back. Like that's crazy. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know,
Like,
right?
Florida is not a different time zone, but
It's not a different time zone. I think it's just because we have more the sunshine state, and I don't know. We just
no, y'all just the wildest state in America. That's all it is.
I guess,
Trying to
but it would
party.
be weird being like completely off from
That
everybody.
would be dope for you, though.
Yeah,
That'd be dope.
yeah.
That'd be dope for sure.
That's not the case though, but it is what it
that
is.
is kind of bad. I mean, just think of it right now. I mean, in Florida to have daylight savings time. I mean, the sun going down at what time down there right now? Like what time
The
does it get dark?
sunset is like 5:40.
Yeah. Okay. So once it hits like December, January, we're talking about 5 p.m. and it's still warm. Like for us, it's fine. It's cold outside. You know, it's not like we're outside anyways.
Yeah.
In Florida, they're outside all the time. The weather's still good, and it's dark.
It's dark, yeah.
But the state could decide themselves what they want to do.
Really?
You said the
I'm
states.
telling you, I think Arizona does not change their time. Arizona and another
It
state.
is. Yeah,
So
one of
the
those
state
mountain
saying
states petition not to like change it.
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Crypto.
Yeah, all I see is red and crypto. It's just sick. So I'll ask my own question. You know what I'm saying? So my weekend, you know, actually, how was your weekend, man? I ain't gonna leave you out. My God.
I ain't do much. I was cooling. Been doing Lyft down here because it be popping, and that's how I go out nowadays, get bread, but still get to see the city or whatever.
Oh,
So yeah, so that's just straight. Get to see different people, have different conversations. Other than that, football Sunday with Sky Hansen. You know, I'm on Red Zone. That's all I do.
Switching out, baby.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
we gonna get to that lift though. Another I got a question to ask, but my weekend was straight. Who gives a fuck about my weekend? All right, so I went out last weekend, right? And I went to the bathroom. Seen a like I like to talk shit. So a guy was acting stupid or whatever. It was 3 people in the bathroom. It was me, light-skinned, tall dude, and a guy acting stupid. Guy acting stupid, he walks out. I was like, oh, that was your man, son? I'm just seeing what he gonna say, shooting shit. He's like, nah, I don't know that nigga. I'm from DC. So I remind you, we're in Arlington, by the way. So we're in Arlington. For those who don't know what DC and Arlington is, DC and Arlington are like 15 minutes away from each other. So Arlington has a night scene and DC has a night scene. So I told the light skinned dude, I was like, that was your man's, ain't it? He was like, nah, I'm from DC. I was like, oh, okay. Basically not even trying to claim Virginia. You know how people are. So I was like, oh, okay. So what brings you out here? He was like, I'm married. But my wife, she live in DC. That's why I'm out here. You know, I had to get out, see if I got to do my thing. Yo, this nigga's wild.
He had to get out of DC, go to Arlington, 15 minutes away, and do his thing.
He said, I don't know nobody out here. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, wow. So after that, I was very intrigued because first thing I thought, I was like, damn, there are dudes out there thinking like that in a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So after that, I was like, oh, okay, I dapped him up. You know what I'm saying? So from that on, for like the next hour, I was just watching him. You know what I'm saying? He was just chilling. He wasn't doing too much or whatever. So it goes to lead to this question. Well, for one, that's just crazy. He's in a marriage, but that happens all the time. But for one, do y'all think society should make it a little bit more acceptable, or make it a little bit more acceptable to, like, if your friends tell me like, yo, I just gave my girl a hall pass to do whatever she wants. Do y'all think it's fucked up that we look at marriages like, yo, why y'all doing that, or should it be more acceptable?
Wait, I have a question. Was he out with the boys that night? Like his boys?
He was by himself.
That's even funnier.
That's sketch.
But Don, did you ask him about, did she let you out, or he just like went out himself?
You just touched the nerve, Maddie. You just touched the nerve.
You had to ask.
Fuck you mean? I gotta ask, yo. See, I can't get married, bro. I can't get married, bro. If I gotta,
I didn't know.
No, I know. You just pissed me off. I'm just saying, thinking that, bro.
If you ask him, like, do you know if he had the whole pass?
Nah. My fault.
That would actually be funny.
I was just thinking, like, if my girl was, I gotta ask her. Like, what?
No.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, I was like, what did I ask?
It's a difference between.
Like I was just literally thinking about my girl, like that actually happened to me. But keep going.
Because Don would laugh in her face if he had to ask his woman something. It's not about asking, it's about respect. It's like, hey, on Saturday, I plan to go out with the boys if that's cool, you know?
Yeah.
If anything's just gonna be like, no, I wanted to spend time with you, or no, we had this plan, that's the only time she'd probably say no. But
hold on. I don't think this going out with your boys ain't a whole pass.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
That's normal.
I say no to a hall pass. What constitutes a fucking hall pass? Do you get to just do your thing and make out with people and sleep with other people for one day, or what?
You want. Absolutely, that's a hall pass.
Yeah, hall pass is basically being single.
Like going all the way.
It's a fuck.
Dom, what was your question? Is it why aren't we accepting it more?
Yeah, like we
literally can't even get into relationships, like secure relationships.
Yeah.
You expect us to do
That's why, though. That's why. It's because there's no hall pass.
Yes, that's
Oh,
exactly.
okay. Let's
Like,
go. Let's go.
That's why I thought about it, because I was like, man, this man really got to go to a whole nother state by himself, got to do the most
Whole other state.
just to try to, get a
That's
girl
true.
or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if he had the hall pass, he wouldn't be doing all that. He the hall pass like once every 5 years. Every 5 years.
See that? Oh, man.
It's a tough one. I mean,
I'm not saying I would want to do it, but my thing is, why is it frowned upon? Why is it like why isn't it accepting it?
okay. So I just saw
Man,
I saw Charlemagne the guy was talking to some girl and they was talking about she was open or she was in a monogamous relationship, but she broke it down to where she was like, she thinks everybody's life has 3 portions where it's like finance, health, and like sex part, basically. And she was saying she found somebody who respected her portion of sex life for her to feel like she wants to be out and still be an individual and can be out there and kind of like move and mingle the way you can't. I'm not saying you can't, but like it's frowned upon if you do move like that way when you're in a relationship. So I think a lot of it, Charlemagne said it as a response was, his ego couldn't take it if it was given a hall pass was reciprocated back to your significant other. So I think that might be a part of it as well, that a male ego can't say like, I want a hall pass, but hey, go do your thing too. And then be like, what the fuck? Yeah, no. So I think that's the majority of it. I think.
So
Now,
you think
if
guys
you're right
are
or
cool
if you're
doing it, but when it's their women doing it, it's like, nah, you
yeah,
can't do it.
exactly. So like,
Fucking double standards, I swear.
yeah, exactly. So I think if men were more acceptable to say like, yo, go do, and I think sometimes if a dude doesn't know, it's like out of sight, out of mind. Until he finds out, then his ego is fucking fried. But if he doesn't know, I think like
That leads
something
to another thing. Like, would you rather have that out of sight, out of mind, or
I'm out of sight, out of mind.
I feel you.
Yeah, because I'm probably gonna spaz.
Nah, this whole pass ain't it. This whole pass ain't
Yeah,
it.
I'm not rocking with the whole pass either. But I was just saying, like, if your friend was to tell you, would you be like, yo, what the fuck you doing? Or that's more of my thing. Why isn't it accepted?
Everybody's ego.
It's because, like you said, it's frowned upon in society. I mean, not even only that. It's just not a thing. It's not a.
Like a pass to cheat. Like, okay, you can cheat for a day.
Will Smith gave his wife one.
Who?
What?
Oh, and look at them now, bro. And look at them now.
Can we talk about another portion of the story? This man goes out by himself. Usually guys go out to bars by themselves or clubs by themselves because they'll probably meet people. But again, double standards, if a girl were to do that, well, one, she's not going to be safe because like girls shouldn't go out alone to bars and clubs. But it's like, oh, you're here by yourself. You just decided to come by yourself. You just want to be out in the streets by yourself. You know what I mean? Like, why is it acceptable for guys to go out by themselves whenever they want? But I can't, like, literally, I talked to a guy and I was like, oh, you're at the bar. He's like, yeah, I stopped by the bar. I like to watch the game, blah, blah. I was like, oh, you go with people? He's like, no, I'm by myself. I'm like, oh, okay. But I've been to the bar by myself too. And it's like, what are you doing by yourself? It's like.
No, okay.
Wait, what? That's a red flag?
Who wants to go first?
No, you.
No.
Wait, hold on.
I
Dom
didn't know
said
that was
that's
a red flag.
Dom going.
Dom's up. Dom, you're up.
That's a red flag for the guy. I'm saying, like, if a guy
To go out by himself?
Yeah, I think so. Depends on the guy, but I think it's a red flag. But
All right, I'll let Dom speak.
Red flag for the girl? Like
for
the girl.
guy. But I don't even want to go down that hall. I don't want to go down that fast.
No, you said it, so go.
No, I wanted to.
We're
It's a
talking about
pod.
going to the bar to watch games.
No.
That's why
Okay,
I
hold
wanted
on.
to respect that statement.
Okay, Marcina, step back.
I wanted to talk about Marcina, what she said. Like, why can't you go out?
I think a guy who goes to the bar in the daytime at 2:00 Sunday, whatever, football, to get a beer by himself and watch the game, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But to go to like at night a bar,
That's what I was saying.
a night a bar, night a club,
that's
just
the
by
red flag.
yourself.
Oh, okay.
That's the red flag. I didn't mean the sports game. Yeah, watch
Mhm.
like what that dude was doing, red flag. But all right, to you, Marcina, you said you was like, why can't I go to the club or go to a bar by myself? And guys are gonna approach me like, you didn't. I think it's two things. Is that obviously they want to seem like they care. like about your health or not health, but your safety, and they want to go smack at you. So it's a lot of, it's very selfish. Like, yeah, it may seem like we are really caring. I'm not gonna say all guys, but some guys. We'll go with some guys that are really caring, but it's not like they're like, ew, why you going by yourself? It's more like hey, I'm trying to talk to you a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? It's an
opener. It's an open line.
Opener, icebreaker.
See, that's why girls don't like to go out by themselves, just for that reason. Sometimes I just want to go out by myself, don't talk to nobody, and just enjoy my time.
That ain't happening.
That's not happening.
Wear some sweatpants.
That sounds terrible, but yeah, that would never happen. That's a shorty by herself.
Killer.
But no, but like be for real. Be for real. All dudes, like, all right, now we get back to the sex thing too. Guys, I think, are more so sex derived than women.
Yeah.
So we'll put it like that. If a girl is by herself and the guy's already thinking in his head, like, yo, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Just run one off. Like, he's going to have at least just a shot, like, just to see. Like, it might not even be he wants you for real. You might just be like the starter package just to get him feeling good to talk to girls. But
you can just
yeah, he could be lit and just talking, and then if it develops, it develops. But like, I don't think there's gonna ever be a time in life where like a girl can go out and not one dude say nothing to her.
Yeah. And I just want to address my sweatpants comment, because like people be saying like misogynistic comments. The reason why I say wear sweatpants only because like obviously we all know Mercedes is a good looking woman or whatever, but this is my thing. If Mercedes goes to a club or any club by herself, a dude is going to go smack, regardless of what she wants, or regardless if she got a resting bitch face the whole night. Somebody gonna go smack. But she said she doesn't want anybody to go smack. So my rebuttal was don't dress up. That's the only way you gonna get your way in that situation.
I still think somebody gonna talk to you.
Facts. Because I'm a pull up.
Chilling in this
Don was like, if no one pulling up, I'm pulling up.
Why nobody talking to her? Let me see what's going on.
Oh, you got confidence, huh? You can just wear whatever you want to the club, huh?
Oh, yeah, no, that's the sad truth, but like, yeah.
It is what it is. It's unfortunate, but dang, it's like, guys, we love when guys wear sweatpants. Great, for a matter of fact, but guys don't like when we wear sweatpants.
Who said that?
Who said that?
Like when we wear leggings.
I don't be moving in this way.
What, Maddie?
Nah. I was gonna say, I mean, there's sweats. Nah. You guys know. I mean, same thing with you guys. You guys say gray sweats for a reason.
Yeah.
But then if we say leggings,
what you wearing gray sweats for?
Too.
Seen? Why girls be wearing gray sweats?
Yeah, why would
No, we wear sweats in the house. Out, I wear leggings. Like.
But why y'all want the guys to wear the gray sweats, but we don't? Yeah. We want the leggings. Why?
Yeah. Make that mind wonder.
It's like, yeah, it's the double standard, huh?
Yeah.
It's everywhere. What goes around comes around.
There you go, Maddie.
I don't know.
Maddie
embedded the sweatpants season.
I like it.
So guys, I know it's been all over the news, but this past Friday, the whole Astro World craziness that's been going on, I've been watching so many videos from different people's point of view, different people's like the survivors, statements on it, the responses, that I started dreaming that I was at a festival, which is crazy. But as you guys probably all know, I think 8 people have died, and may they rest in peace, and prayers up for their families during the Astro World concert. Have you guys all heard about it and have been reading about like what's been happening?
I haven't read anything, but I'm pretty sure TikTok has done a lot. Yeah,
a lot.
TikTok, yeah, so many videos.
There's a lot of people like first of all, who's to blame? Like even Drake is getting sued. Like Travis is getting sued, but now Drake is too because he performed with him. They were openers, like I think it was like SZA who left or whatever. I mean, there's just so many different moving parts to this like chaos that it's like it's crazy. Like you can't not read about it or like what happened. Like how I never thought there was that, like people know the different ways of dying. You can drown, you can burn, blah blah. Being trampled and your body's being crushed between people, I've never heard of that like in my life.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's happened before. It happened actually in Israel. It happened, I think, last year. was it last year maybe or earlier this year? Maybe like I want to say like 40 people died
Being trampled.
Really?
being trampled. Yeah, I don't know if it was a concert, but it was like pretty much people getting trampled. I think so. It does happen, but I mean, to go back to like people like Drake getting sued, Travis Scott getting sued. I mean, is there really a case against them to sue them for the people that died?
I think for Travis, the main reason why his name is being caught up in like the suits and like the cases and everything is because it's his like festival. You know what I'm saying? So the people probably being sued are under his like reign or whatever. Like the whoever set up everything, they're probably the ones that's really getting sued. But like I don't think they're saying their names. It's like, yo, who's the face of this that we can point this all towards? And right now it's like Travis Scott.
Because the fault is everybody's in this. Like as much as it's Travis and the security and Live Nation and everything, it's also the crowds, you know. But once they got stuck, it was up to somebody to help, and no one could do anything. But here are the facts. Travis Scott, he got arrested a few years ago for enticing like a crowd, like danger and like riot. So he's like, everyone, you know, security let him through, let him jump the gates, which is not safe. Let him just run through. So from the people that I've heard, the people who attended the concert, they weren't checking vaccination cards. They weren't checking if you had a ticket. If you didn't have a ticket, you could still go in. They didn't check anything. They just walked past security and jumped and, you know, tore down the fences because he encourages that. And so once they all started getting,
he encourages what? He encourages the people not checking the vaccine cards.
No, he encourages people just like raging through without
But
proper
still, like
security.
him encouraging them of doing that does
Hey,
not.
no,
Does
Maddie,
not
let her
state
get
a
her shit
case.
off. Let her get her shit off.
But
Listen to me.
no, everyone can fill in, but I'm just saying he's been arrested for that in the past. So now that this actually has resulted in multiple deaths and that he has been ignoring it, like I've been back and forth with my friends that like, is it Travis's fault or not? I say partially yes, because you can't tell me. I know he was up on the stage and, you know, looking down and people look like ants, but the people close to him were getting crushed and he didn't say anything. After he saw one guy passed out and having a seizure, he's like, yeah, doing the robot and shit. Like, no.
All right, so I did see a TikTok video where he did point it out where like, oh, there's a guy passed out.
One time.
One time, that's fine. Cool. That's who's in front of him. But these people that died were way like, were they close to the stage or were they like way back?
The thing is, Mehdi, if you were way back, you weren't getting crushed because there was so much space in the back. People, and if he literally sat the show and was like, yo, y'all getting too squished, can everyone take 5-10 steps back? He could have pushed the crowd back and everyone would have had room. You can see from different people's point of view that there is space in the back. That's what they were showing the TikToks where it's like, oh, we didn't even know what was happening up front because we were chilling in the back. It happened in the front.
True. Yeah, It happened in the front.
Like middle front.
I mean, but how do you get trampled? Like, was it like a stampede type thing or just people were like getting squished and then some people would just like start following
that
and then get crushed over?
They said the crowd of people, whatever you would call it, right? They said it was so OD. They said if you jumped and you was light enough, you can get stuck in the air. That's how packed it was.
That's like some sardines.
That's insane.
I am sorry to laugh.
That is
but
insane.
to be in an event like that, I mean, obviously you have no control after you're there. You want to go see Travis Scott, but like, you should know that this has happened before at his stuff. It's happened before. They said it where like you can't even move. Like I saw pictures too where like people were not even facing the stage and having like they're like celebrating and they're like squeezed, like they're like this, and it's like they're having a good time. That's not a good time.
No.
Like you're there, you're like, okay, whatever. You jump the fence. Travis Scott encouraged it, but at the end of the day, it's like Travis Scott saying, "Oh, jump off the cliff." I mean, if somebody decides to jump off the cliff, is he gonna get sued?
You talking about that actually happened? You know that, right?
I don't know. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
somebody-
I'm just,
Bruh,
Nice jump. They said how high?
somebody done that. I think he jumped off the 3rd story, right? So he was up there, and we'll get back to it. That's so funny you said that because that actually happened. Travis Scott seen a dude that looked like he was about to jump into the crowd. Supposedly he was like 20 feet in the air. You know how when we were little, they was like, yo, if someone tells you to jump off a cliff, you're going to say yes or no. And everyone says,
right.
Travis, this literally happened. So the guy
Okay.
actually does it and is paralyzed now.
That's wow.
Okay. So then,
Whose
okay,
fault is
and
that?
that's
Is that
not
Travis's?
that is not Travis Scott's fault.
No.
I don't care. You could have an argument on that, but that is
Yeah.
not Travis Scott's
We'll
fault.
get back to
That dude is an idiot for doing that.
Yeah.
He wanted to be cool. And yeah, maybe his idol is Travis Scott. He looks up to him. Maybe Travis Scott should have been like, yeah, you should come down. But I mean, he told him to jump.
My
Go back
thing
to-
is,
Bad for him.
Yeah.
he just had power to do something and he didn't do
Yeah.
anything. He had the power because everyone came for him. You didn't see like people being trampled at like SZA's, you know, what's it called? Concert or like whenever
Don't
other people
compare
were
SZA to
performing.
Travis Scott though. This is
Well, yeah.
But
There was, I think it was
Martina,
a little
let me-
baby too.
I don't
I
think
think a 10-year-old.
I
think it was a
I
10-year-old.
literally don't think you can compare Travis Scott's concert to anyone that's hot right now.
No.
Just for the simple fact of that, Travis
Right.
Scott is literally like one of the, if he's not the biggest, he's the biggest rock star right now. His fans are fucking insane. Like my dumb ass fucking disobeyed the rules when I was inside like 3 years ago. I was standing up on fucking inside wilding. Like I don't do
Look,
that.
I remember.
Like like,
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
But to go back to this is my last question, and then I'll go in. Well, I'll let AJ go. So Messina, whose fault is it? Majority.
Oh, that's for me.
Oh, AJ or Messina? Yeah, whoever. You know what I'm saying? I know you.
I think that
I'm sorry, Travis Scott. That's
Okay.
just like I think his music is fire and shit, but like the fact that he probably I don't know if he hires like Live Nation too. It's just
Live
like
Nation
if
is
you
a
knew
huge
this was
thing.
gonna happen, where was it like more security? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It could have, and he could have just said it if he just did a quick PSA and stopped. Like he stopped the show one year for his fucking shoe because someone stole his shoe. He stopped it for a good like 20-30 seconds. Hey, beat him up. Hey, yo, beat him up. He took my shoe.
Yeah.
But people are beating each other up in the crowd.
Yeah.
And you can't
Only my
stop the
shoe
show
back.
for like 20 seconds. Be like, yo, y'all need to chill. I'm not gonna continue until y'all back the fuck up. That's
Only my
all
shoe.
he could have said, and it could have probably prevented some shit.
You're speaking logically though. You're not a superstar. You're not a megastar. You're not like a goat. This is a total different ballgame, and he's in Houston. Like,
Okay, but listen, I there was videos of people doing that, like Logic, the rapper.
still not the same type of concert.
It's not the same type of concert at all, but it's the artist. The
They're
artist.
literally
there's-
animals in the mosh pit or whatever. They're like fucking animals, all on drugs and shit. Like that shit's insane.
See, yeah. Oh man, I can't.
That's why I can't go to no
cannot.
concert.
I cannot side with you, Messina, on this. I cannot side with everyone else that's on social media because always, I mean, look, people did die.
I think.
Like, condolences to the family. People did die, but at the end of the day, it's like, I don't want to say you put yourself in that situation because this generation is stupid. They're stupid. Like the things we've seen online of stuff happening, especially at these festivals, and like Dom said, the drugs they're on. I mean, shouldn't be happening. I mean, look at all the shootings that's been happening. It doesn't. I don't want to say it all ties in, but it's all happening at this time more so than before. I don't know. I can't. The prosecutors. I want to see their case in getting Travis Scott in jail or something, or whatever. Be able to pay up the settlements or whatever you want to call it. There's no case.
What do you mean? There's no case?
There's no case. There's no case. Like the prosecuting team is not going to be like, oh, well, you could have done a PSA. That's not a case. Like they have no case. He did not kill anybody. He was not the reason they died.
And AJ, I know you got to talk. I'll say this.
You know, keep it. Y'all go.
This was a Live Nation event, obviously headlined by Travis's Astro World. I want to. there's one thing that happened. They said they were severely understaffed. That was the biggest fault right there. I can't point that at Travis. They said it was crazily understaffed. Like they said it was like one person for every 100 or some shit like that. But AJ, go. My fault.
No, I think y'all all had excellent points and y'all was hitting.
I got more.
Yeah.
I got more too.
Yeah.
We go all night.
The only thing I have, and I'm like, I'm for each side. There's not one I'm really leaning on. I mean, you can say like I said, if something happens in the basketball stadium, and who are they gonna like put the name on? The biggest name of the team.
Yeah.
It's not going to be if something happens in custodial and dude messed up the whatever, they're not going to say his name. They're going to say the team. Like Travis Scott is a team, but just one person. So of course there's going to be blame for him because a lot of it happened and it's at his festival. But at the end of the day, there's people there as well that was supposed to have a job to make sure people were in like equal parts to do a job. Somebody didn't do that. They didn't hire staff correctly. And then results came about from that. And like we all say, like, it's sad that people died, but you can't blame Travis. Like you can blame Travis, but it can't be all on Travis. Travis is a part of the problem, but not the entire problem. There was people there that were supposed to do a job and they didn't do it, unfortunately.
Right. Also, you know what I learned? So there's a documentary I want to watch. It has to do with like festivals and stuff. One of the main reasons this shit happens is because of males, like male aggression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys, not you guys, but like, you know, the mosh pits and like the jumping, like y'all are aggressive. If girls had like their own female only section, it would probably be completely different.
That would be lit.
No, for sure. No, when he came, even though he was like dumb late, when he came from home for homecoming at VCU, I promise you, like people were acting out of character. Yeah, no,
I was acting out of character.
You was on the third level. We got down to the floor, my nigga.
When I say
we were waiting like an hour and a half.
No, waited forever. But when he got on stage, I promise you, like, you're right. Male aggression in that like field is OD because I threw it in all
chairs were breaking.
It was a chair broke. I threw a chair.
Facts.
Damn, AJ.
I know. This is what I mean. Like, you can can you blame Travis Scott for AJ breaking the chair or throwing the chair?
He was hype.
You can only blame him because he's like, because we listen to him. He can entice. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he says do it, fucking pick the chair. You'll be like,
exactly.
That's a fact. That's a fact, though.
And like AJ said, Travis Scott is part of the problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he cannot be put on him.
Get that man 40%. I give him 30, 40.
I give him 35.
So, okay. So look at it like this too. I think, you know how they say this the perfect ingredients for a disaster. For one, this was in Houston. They've been waiting for this shit for 2 years. Travis Scott probably got one of the worst fan, like, not a cult, but let's just call them cults.
Yeah, you can say that.
You can say that. So it's in Houston. He's like the GOAT there. He's one of the biggest, if not celebrities, one of the biggest artists in any genre out right now. There's multiple videos of, like you said, how the guy had a shoot and it was like, fuck him up. Like, he does promote somewhat violence or somewhat of what's the word? We can go with ignorance or aggression at
violence. Yeah.
This is my thing. This is the perfect, and I don't want to sound ignorant, but I'm about to sound ignorant. It's cool. It's the perfect example for it's all fun and games until somebody get hurt. This is the reason why I say that. So a few years ago, he had a concert where he told people to jump the gate, fuck the security guards, and if y'all fucking touch him, I mean, y'all security guards, you better not fucking touch the people that's breaking in. Mm-hmm. That's reckless. We ain't really see that hit the news like this. And then, boom, this happens.
Yep.
Somewhat very similar, reckless activity. People die. Now they ready to cancel them.
It's all
Mhm.
fun until the rabbit gets the
It's
gun.
still, this should have happened a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I'm surprised this hasn't happened anytime soon. But I think it, like I said, it was in Houston. People are on drugs and people do drugs at the concerts, and people are crazy right now. People have been locked up in houses waiting for years, for a couple of years for this. It sucks that it happened, but like
I
I don't
think the
think
amount of people was insane. They say on media it was 50,000. They
they
said
overbooked.
because people entered without tickets, it was not 50,000. It was a lot
They
more, closer
overbooked.
to 100,000.
Yeah.
And of course, they were understaffed. It's AJ. It's so funny that you said that because on my everyone used Snapchat more back then. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
had your it popped up from the Travis Scott concert at VCU. But did you? I know AJ. You went to the Something in the Water festival,
Yeah.
Pharrell's in Virginia
I did.
Beach.
Yeah.
So that's an example where it's like, so when we waited for the main act, not the second, I think the second day got canceled because of the tornado. But that
Mhm.
day, like Chris Brown came on, like Missy Elliott, all those people, me and the people I was with, we were kind of in the middle front.
Okay.
But as you were waiting and just standing in the heat, one, you're in the heat and you're on sand.
Yeah.
Two, the more people come, you just kind of walk up a little bit because people are right behind you. That before anybody came on, my ass almost had a panic attack. Like I started to feel like have blurred vision and like feel like faint. Cause I look left, crowd, right, crowd. I look behind me. Oh my
Can't
goodness.
move.
It was like,
Can't even go
yeah,
anywhere.
you can't go anywhere. And I was like, I told my brothers, I was like, I need to get out because I'm probably gonna faint. And it was
Yeah.
just like we weren't even moving, we weren't dancing. It was just being in the middle of all of that gave me so much anxiety. I ended up watching the show from like the screen in the back where I could actually like breathe and have room. Like I couldn't even imagine being at the Astro World Festival when I felt like that at the Something in the Water Festival.
Yep.
And it wasn't even that bad. That was like a few thousand people. So it's just it's insane. And it's just really heartbreaking that young kids, like a 14-year-old passed, and I think a 9 or 10-year-old, he's in like critical condition in the hospital. People are still passing in the hospital. And then the whole like demonic, religious, satanic, that's a whole nother story. We're
That's
not
a
gonna get
whole
into it.
nother thing.
Whole
Yeah.
nother story. But
Eyes. I say.
what'd you say?
There's a TikTok out there that they're saying, look at his eyes. He has a
Yeah.
I mean, there is a lot of obviously parallels, but like that's his brand and whatever. So
But
I
don't get it
know.
twisted. He definitely groomed his fan base to do that. Like he does get a good amount of fucking blame. Don't get to it. I'm not saying he shouldn't.
Mhm.
Yes, he didn't do this. No. He got a lot to do with the shit. But as far as the people dying, and he should have stopped the show, because obviously you see the TikToks of people saying stop the show and stuff like that. Because this is the thing, like we're in a meme era. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know if someone's joking or not. Like there's a lot of money invested into this concert. You know what I'm saying? Like if you hear some section saying stop the show, he addressed it, but he was just like, fuck y'all talking about? Like this Astro World. Like
He was like, yeah, he
This-
literally said, "Y'all, this is what y'all came for."
I don't think like
Like,
this is the part that really pisses me off, and then I'll shut up. I think people really think that he knew people were dying and he was gonna keep on going with the show. That's the part that pissed me off. I'm like, you really think if he knew people were dying, he would keep on saying, let's go? Like that's how the public is portraying him and portraying the event. That's what I don't.
That's where a lot
That's
of it's
crazy
coming.
now.
Yeah.
That's
But some
crazy.
people said that wasn't even Travis Scott on stage.
Like people pass out when they see celebrities. So if he heard someone passed out, all right, whatever, we're gonna keep it going because people pass out.
People pass out at those. Like that's normal.
It
Yeah,
used to happen on Michael Jackson shows. Like you see it in the documentaries. People are dropping like flies.
yeah.
Just by him looking at them. He probably not even looking at them. But he's
Right,
looking at the area.
exactly.
And he on drugs his damn self.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But no, I do think like I was you know, you having this conversation with everybody you talk to because it's just that big of news. But I'm talking to Jazz about it as well, and she was like, "Yo, at Rolling Loud, the same thing you said, something in the water. People are like passing out just left and right just because of the heat and some people attacks, anxiety, and all that. So I can only imagine like
Being
that
tackled.
times whatever it is with whatever he has people doing, just because it's in his like aura of like, yo, we're gonna come out here, we're gonna rage, we're gonna have a good time type shit.
Yeah.
I'm blaming Live Nation the most, actually. I'm going 40% Live Nation, 40% Travis Scott just for grooming him, and 20% to the people.
The people.
I'm going that just because when you have an event, whoever's sponsoring it, you have to get the right amount of people as far as security. Make sure you got the tents with the, what's the term I'm looking for? Tents with the people, with the medical people. That needs to be there. It wasn't a lot of that there, they said. You know what I'm saying? Like they weren't prepared. They were ill prepared for
They
it.
were
And they
very
also
bad.
said, like security exits or like
Yeah.
the routes to get out. They said it was like funneling cows into a fucking thing. Like it's hard to get out if you trying to get out.
I blame the
But
project.
you could make all these emergency exits, security exits, all this stuff, but the people will fuck everything up
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
at the end of it.
Yeah,
They could do so much, but the people don't listen. Since
No,
when do
not at
people
all.
listen?
Especially at a
Well, if you're dying and you're like you can't breathe, I would be like emergency exit. Like if I can't find one, you're fucked. Like literally, they couldn't leave.
No, absolutely. Like it's like
No,
you
I
said,
probably-
when you were at something in the water, I mean, you're looking left, looking right, looking behind you. You can't. There's
It's
no
almost
way
like
out.
you're
That's at
in
a
the
beach.
water and you're drowning. You can't swim almost. That's what it kind of.
That's what
Yeah.
someone described it as, drowning, but with people instead of water. Like that's
Yeah.
fucking crazy to think about.
That's crazy.
I can't even get
Yeah.
that excited about anyone, but I'm not going to talk about the fandom. Like that's just, I don't know. That's just insane. All right,
It's
so
the generation.
try to wrap this up because we could have made this a whole pod for real.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into that last one. We'll save that for next week. So what do y'all think should happen? Should they ban the general pub fucking big group, whatever you call them? Like it's not mosh pit. That's not a mosh pit what it was, but should there be a limit, or what do y'all think should happen after this? Something's gonna happen.
I don't think any. Well, I'm not gonna.
How do you
anything's
resolve this?
Gonna happen, but like, yeah, how would you resolve? Because, bro, you're gonna have Rolling Loud, you're gonna have Lollapalooza, you're gonna have all these events where, like, unfortunately, it's the same thing that you brought up. Like, everything's fun until people start dying. So it's like, how do you?
But listen, there's so many people, and those like Coachella, Lollapalooza, so many people, but nothing has happened to this extent with Travis Scott.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So
Right.
I think like obviously more security, more EMT are probably going to be on deck.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to tell the artists to do a PSA before, like a warning or like a disclaimer or anything prior to performing. I think that's what they're going to start doing, like for the next like couple of shows. But I can't do festivals. That one Something in the Water, that was it. Like it was a good experience, but like I'm made for concerts where I can have a seat or stand up if I want to, and then exit right next to me.
Yeah.
Can't, but definitely it's going to be a little bit more strict. And I don't know how long they're going to cancel him for, because he canceled his second day and he canceled his Las Vegas show. So
Yeah, you gotta chill for a couple of months.
Yeah, I mean, Rolling Round is in a month in California.
Oh, for real.
damn.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see what they do there. I mean, like you said, Mercedes, it's never happened before in Coachella. I mean, Coachella happens every year, so. But Coachella is more open space. But like you said, it's more so towards the front than anything.
Probably not
Yeah.
there like that. There's idiots,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's like, let's call them Travis Scott there.
Well, no, it's different. Like Coachella, not anybody could go. Like, yeah, your demographic, how much money you make, like it's not
Yeah,
an anybody type of thing.
Got you. Yep.
Like at Astro World, anybody could have gone. So you're getting different.
And security's not letting you run through shit that easily at Coachella.
Like Coachella, yeah.
Like Coachella, you need like it's like a 5K type of thing. Maybe less. I don't know how much it is. Maybe a couple thousand for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like I've never been to a place where you can just run through security without getting anything checked. And like,
That video,
180.
huh?
No, I was just wondering how much, like as far as the 2-day pass was like around $200.
That's nothing compared to Coachella.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
you get what you pay for. As far as like basically, like you said, anyone can come type shit. Not talking about
the video of them running through like VIP or whatever, and they broke the whole like fence or whatever down.
at Astro World.
But
Yeah.
but Martina,
And
it's
I
like
mean, it started early, so it's like, do you stop it then once you see them?
no, but you can't stop it. If there's one or two people, yeah, you could stop it. But if you got 100, 150, 200 people, you can't stop. Look at the Capitol, U.S. Capitol. You're getting all these bunch of people coming in. I mean, they could have stopped that. Don't get me wrong. We're talking about the U.S. Capitol here, like the most important building in the U.S. You tell me you can't stop that? That's different. and you expect to have more security guards to stop these people to get into to climb over a 5-foot fence. Come on.
Listen, what you said was a hell of a point, but I just can't see that happening. As far as he could have stopped it. No, not he could have stopped it, but it would have been great if he would have stopped it and said, everyone take 5 steps back. Great point. But I just don't see his wild ass telling his fans to do that. You know what I'm saying? So this was definitely a humble check or a self-check as well for him to not talk like that to his fans. But
okay, let me ask you real quick before we end it. If he did make a PSA and said take 5 to 10 steps back, and this was like towards the beginning of the show, 30 minutes later, you tell me this crowd ain't gonna be crazy. I mean, and then people are gonna say, well, he said it, but still people died. That's not gonna, at the end of the day, but then that would help his case.
I just had a dark ass joke.
And that's it. It's a wrap in the trap. Hey.
Yeah, just gonna end with that. I'm sorry. Hey, getting canceled 2 weeks in a row.
Oh my God. All right, thank you for watching.
Talk to me.
Oh my